Welcome, dear listeners, to another captivating episode of History with Herodotus, where we delve into the fascinating tales of our collective past. Today, we embark on a journey through the storied history of Vienna, a city whose grandeur and beauty have been shaped by the confluence of cultures, empires, and ideas over millennia. As we begin our exploration, let us first immerse ourselves in the earliest whispers of Vienna's origins. For it is in these formative moments that we find the seeds of its future greatness. Our tale begins on the banks of the Danube River, where the landscape stretches as far as the eye can see, a tapestry woven from threads of verdant forests, rolling hills, and the majestic river itself. It was here, around 500 BCE, that the Celts first established a settlement, which they called Vindobona. This ancient name, meaning white fortress, would eventually give rise to the city we know today as Vienna. The Celts were drawn to this strategic location, where the Danube River provided a natural barrier against invaders and facilitated trade with neighboring tribes. As the centuries passed, Vindobona became an important center of commerce and culture, attracting the attention of the Romans. In 15 BCE, the Roman Empire, under the leadership of Emperor Augustus, annexed the region, and Vindobona was transformed into a Roman municipium. The Romans brought with them their characteristic engineering prowess, constructing roads, bridges, and public buildings that would serve as the foundation for the city's future growth. One notable example is the Roman aqueduct, which still stands today, a testament to the ingenuity of the Roman engineers. The Romans also left an indelible mark on Vindobona through their military presence. The city became a crucial outpost for the Roman legions, with the Legio ex Gemina, one of the most prestigious legions in the Roman army, stationed here to defend the empire's borders against the constant threat of barbarian invasions. The remains of a Roman amphitheater, where gladiators once clashed in mortal combat, still stand as a poignant reminder of the city's rich cultural heritage. As we explore the early history of Vienna, we find ourselves drawn into a complex web of cultural exchange, military conquest, and economic development. The city's strategic location at the crossroads of Europe made it an attractive prize for various tribes and empires, including the Vandals, the Huns, and the Avars. Each of these groups left their mark on Vienna, contributing to the rich tapestry of cultures that would eventually come to define the city. For instance, the Avars introduced their unique brand of Byzantine culture, which would later influence the development of Viennese art and architecture. The early history of Vienna was also marked by significant events, such as the Battle of Carnuntum in 170 CE, where the Roman legions clashed with the Germanic tribes. This battle marked a turning point in the city's history, as it led to a period of relative stability and growth under Roman rule. Additionally, the Edict of Milan in 313 CE, which granted toleration to Christians within the Roman Empire, had a profound impact on Vienna's development, paving the way for the spread of Christianity throughout the region. As the Roman Empire began to decline, Vindobona faced numerous challenges, from barbarian invasions to economic instability. Despite these setbacks, the city persevered, its inhabitants drawing on their collective strength and resourcefulness to overcome each new obstacle. The resilience of Vienna's people would become a hallmark of the city's history, as it adapted and evolved in response to the changing tides of European politics and culture. As we conclude our exploration of Vienna's earliest beginnings, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new era, one that promises to bring even greater challenges and opportunities for growth. The stage is set for the rise of a city that will not only endure for centuries, but also flourish into a beacon of culture, politics, and intellectual curiosity. Join me next as we delve into the pivotal events and figures that transformed Vienna into a capital of elegance and refinement, a period marked by grand architectural achievements, cultural flowering, and a unique blend of artistic and scientific innovation that would resonate across Europe and beyond. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our captivating journey through the storied history of Vienna. As we enter the 18th century, Vienna finds itself at the epicenter of European politics and culture. The Habsburg Empire, under the enlightened rule of Emperor Charles VI, has established Vienna as its capital, and the city is undergoing a transformation of unprecedented proportions. Grand palaces, opera houses, and gardens are springing up across the city as the aristocracy and nobility vie for prominence in this new center of power. One of the most iconic landmarks of this era is the Schönbrunn Palace, a former imperial summer residence that showcases the grandeur of Baroque architecture. With its opulent interiors, intricately designed gardens, and stunning fountains, Schönbrunn embodies the excesses and extravagances of the Habsburg court. The palace's great gallery, adorned with frescoes by Johann Michael Rothmeyer, is a testament to the artistic genius of the era, while its gardens, featuring a grand orangery and a maze, provide a tranquil oasis amidst the bustling city. Vienna's cultural flowering during this period is also evident in its vibrant musical scene. Composers like Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven are drawn to the city, where they find patronage and inspiration among the aristocracy. The city's numerous concert halls and opera houses, such as the Burg Theater and the Karnather Theater, become hubs for musical innovation, with works like Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro and Beethoven's Fidelio premiering to great acclaim. In addition to its cultural achievements, Vienna is also undergoing a scientific revolution. The University of Vienna, founded in 1365, has become a center of learning and intellectual curiosity, attracting scholars from across Europe. Scientists like Anton van Leeuwenhoek, who discovered microorganisms, and Joseph Priestley, who isolated oxygen, are making groundbreaking discoveries that will shape our understanding of the natural world. As we explore Vienna's emergence as a capital of elegance and refinement, we find ourselves immersed in a world of grand balls, lavish parties, and high-stakes politics. The city's coffeehouses, like the legendary Café Central, become gathering places for intellectuals, artists, and politicians, where they engage in lively debates and discussions that shape the course of European history. However, this era of grandeur is not without its challenges. The Habsburg Empire faces numerous threats, from the rise of Prussia to the Ottoman Empire's expansion into Eastern Europe. Vienna's strategic location makes it a prized target for invaders, and the city must navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries to maintain its position as a dominant power. As we conclude our exploration of Vienna's transformation into a capital of elegance and refinement, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new era, one that promises to bring even greater challenges and opportunities for growth. The stage is set for the rise of a city that will not only endure for centuries, but also flourish into a beacon of culture, politics, and intellectual curiosity. Join me next as we delve into the tumultuous events of the 19th and 20th centuries, marked by revolution, war, and social upheaval, which will test Vienna's resilience and shape its future in ways both unexpected and profound. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our captivating journey through the storied history of Vienna. As we enter the 19th century, Vienna finds itself at the epicenter of European politics, with the Habsburg Empire facing numerous challenges. The Congress of Vienna in 1815, which aimed to reorganize Europe after the Napoleonic Wars, marks a significant turning point in the city's history. However, this period of relative stability is short-lived, as the revolutions of 1848 sweep across Europe, with Vienna being one of the major centers of unrest. The city's streets become battlegrounds, with protesters clashing with imperial forces, and the monarchy is forced to grant concessions to the rebels. The late 19th and early 20th centuries see Vienna undergo significant social and cultural changes. The city becomes a hub for modernist artists, writers, and thinkers such as Gustav Klimt, Egon Schiele, and Sigmund Freud. The Vienna secession movement, founded in 1897, seeks to break away from traditional artistic forms and embracing new, innovative styles. This era also witnesses the rise of anti-Semitism, which will have devastating consequences for the city's Jewish population. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 marks a catastrophic turning point for Vienna and the Habsburg Empire. The war effort puts a massive strain on the city's resources, leading to food shortages, poverty, and widespread discontent. As the war draws to a close, the empire collapses, and Austria is reduced to a small, fragile state. The Treaty of Saint-Germain-en-Laye in 1919 imposes harsh penalties on Austria, leaving Vienna to grapple with the consequences of defeat. The interwar period sees Vienna become a hotbed of political extremism, with the rise of fascist and Nazi movements. In 1938, Austria is annexed by Nazi Germany, and Vienna becomes a major center for the Holocaust. The city's Jewish population, which had been an integral part of Viennese life for centuries, is systematically persecuted, deported, and murdered. The war years see Vienna suffer heavily, with Allied bombing campaigns reducing much of the city to rubble. In the aftermath of World War II, Vienna begins the long process of rebuilding and recovery. The city is occupied by the Allied powers, with the Soviet Union playing a dominant role. As the Cold War sets in, Vienna becomes a focal point for espionage and diplomatic intrigue, with the city hosting numerous international conferences and negotiations. In 1955, Austria signs the State Treaty, regaining its independence and sovereignty. As we conclude our exploration of Vienna's tumultuous experiences during the 19th and 20th centuries, we find ourselves reflecting on the city's remarkable resilience and capacity for transformation. From revolution to war, from artistic innovation to social upheaval, Vienna has faced countless challenges and emerged as a beacon of culture, politics, and intellectual curiosity. Join me next as we delve into the city's modern era, marked by European integration, cultural renewal, and a continued commitment to its rich heritage. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.